Today I want to show you how to use that dreaded G-shaped cage chord, how to use it in a progression, how to convert it into a smaller, more usable triad shape. It's going to sound like this. So we're starting with an F major chord. This is our E-shaped bar chord, and I'm only actually playing to the G string because I just want to stop at that major third. Good, which is the second fret of the G string. Now, the next two shapes, we have the G shape B flat major right here, and a C major here. Now, this is a 1-4-5 chord progression in the key of F major. So the small triad shape that I'm using here looks like this. I have my ring finger on the 5th fret of the A string, and my first finger is barred across the 3rd fret on the D and the G string. So altogether it looks like this. Good. The next shape is moving up. So we're going to have the ring finger on the 7th fret now of the A string. And our first finger is going to bar the 5th fret again on the D and G. Good. So we have our 1 chord, F, our 4 chord, B flat, and our 5 chord, C major. So this is just a triad inversion. Now, when you have the B flat chord first, both of the shapes, the G shape, you just have the 3rd on the bottom now, right? Because normally you have the root, right? But when we remove it, we have the 3rd of the chord there on the bottom. So the other little thing I'm doing to go back and forth between the 4 chord and 5 chord is a little chromatic slide, essentially. I'm keeping the pressure, right? Something like that. Descending. And I think getting the timing of this will be kind of difficult. The other thing I do to make it sound a little bit more rhythmic and melodic is doing a little hammer-on into the chord shape. So for that B flat chord, it's a hammer from 3 into 5 on the A string. Then I get my first finger ready to bar. Back there. So that's a very easy chord embellishment you can use over the G shape. And that sort of gets into some of the things that like Jimi Hendrix would do pretty often in the rhythm playing. Something, right? These sort of quick hammer-ons and pull-offs. It's a great way to play around the chord shape and make it melodic. So what I'm doing there is basically keeping my first finger barred and using my ring finger, really trying to hit 2 strings at once, like the D and the G. Right? And this is a nice way to get some rhythmic variation in your playing. It provides a strong resolution back to the 1 chord. So the final thing that I did that I haven't mentioned yet, when doing this G shape here, this smaller triad where the 3rd is on the bottom, your pinky is now free. You can sort of do a hammer-on for the G a whole step away, right? So if we're talking about the C chord, we have our bar on the 3rd fret here. We can use our pinky to hammer on the 5th fret on the G. Good. And when we go up to the C here, my first finger is now barred over the 5th fret on the D and G. Instead, my pinky can be added to the 8th fret of the B string, which is just an octave of my first finger on the D string, right? It's just a part of our normal G shape, almost like if an open chord we played it like that. Well, we can do the same thing here. And it sounds pretty cool. So that's it for today's lesson, talking a little bit about that G-shaped cage chord that I know a lot of people have trouble with playing it this way, or even this way. So making it into something a little bit smaller, a little bit more manageable, might help you just get it into your playing a little bit better. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.